Welcome, digital marketers and international English learners. Let's boost your business English vocabulary for communication. Today, we'll learn some essential English expressions for everyday business interactions. Whether you're in a meeting, brainstorming ideas, or giving updates, these idiomatic expressions will help you sound more like a native speaker. Why is this important? Because business English is filled with common expressions, called idioms, that help you get your point across clearly and persuasively. The more we learn them as they are written and use them, the more you will sound like a confident and credible digital marketer in any professional setting. Let's kick things off with our first phrase. Get the ball rolling. This means to start a process or project. Imagine a game of bowling. You need to get the ball rolling to begin knocking down the pins. Let's listen in on the marketing team discussion.
We need to brainstorm ideas for our next campaign. Any thoughts on how we can stand out?
Another social media campaign. Gotta get creative.
We need something innovative, something that truly sets us apart.
Let's get the ball rolling on some brainstorming ideas. What kind of content do you think would resonate with our target audience?
Now pause the video and try to complete these sentences with "get the ball rolling." Imagine you are being interviewed for a position on the digital marketing team. How would you answer this question about work? Describe a time when you had to start a new project. Here is a question about teamwork. Describe a situation where you worked as part of a team. Think how you could use "get the ball rolling" in this question about time management. How do you manage your time effectively? Let's see some possible responses. Topic: work. Describe a time when you had to start a new project.
We had to get the ball rolling on a major marketing campaign with very tight deadlines.
Teamwork. Describe a situation where you worked as part of a team.
In my previous job, I often helped get the ball rolling on collaborative projects to ensure everyone was on the same page.
Topic: time management. How do you manage your time effectively?
I prioritize my tasks and get the ball rolling on the most important ones first.
I know I've got to get the ball rolling on the organ donations right away.
I have to get lots more information about this situation. And first thing in the morning, I'm going to call County Social Services and see if we can't get the ball rolling.
All right. That was a great way to practice using "get the ball rolling" in a sentence. Now let's move on to the next business English expression, cutting edge. By the way, this book of advanced business idioms shows you how to use many more of these common expressions in business, especially in marketing meetings and discussions. The cutting edge refers to something that is the newest, most advanced, and at the forefront of technology or innovation. Picture in your mind a skilled blacksmith hammering away, crafting the sharpest sword of its time. In the past, the cutting edge of a tool literally meant its sharpest part, the one that could get the job done best. The phrase now describes anything that is on the leading edge of progress. Let's listen in as the marketing team uses the phrase "cutting edge" in their planning meeting.
We need a campaign that utilizes cutting-edge technology to make a real impact.
Cutting edge. That opens up a lot of possibilities.
What about integrating augmented reality? We could create an interactive experience that showcases our products using the latest technology.
I like it. Let's explore this further and see how we can implement this innovative approach.
Now pause the video and try to complete these sentences with "cutting edge." Here is the first question about technology. What piece of cutting-edge technology excites you the most? This next question's topic is business. What company is known for using cutting-edge technology? Here's a question related to education. How can schools utilize cutting-edge technology? Great job taking a moment to think. Here are some examples of how you could complete those sentences. So for the question, what piece of cutting-edge technology excites you the most? The answer could be,
I'm fascinated by cutting-edge AI and smartphones, which offers advanced features like real-time translation and personalized assistance.
excellent. Now for the next question about business. What company is known for using cutting-edge technology?
There's a startup that uses cutting-edge blockchain technology to ensure transparency and security in transactions.
And now a question related to education. How can schools utilize cutting-edge technology?
I think many schools are utilizing cutting-edge VR experiences to create immersive learning experiences for students.
Your answers may have been different, but if you tried even one sentence, kudos to you. Remember, using cutting edge demonstrates your awareness of the latest advancements and your desire to stay ahead of the curve. Oops, I just used another idiom. It's such a natural way to speak. Anyway, the next time you encounter a problem, think about how you can solve it with a cutting-edge approach. You might be wondering why these idiomatic expressions are so common in business English. And by the way, these expressions are used in many other different types of communications. Think of them as language shortcuts. Just like using abbreviations saves time in a text message, these idioms are a quick and efficient way to communicate ideas everyone in the business world understands. Imagine a business meeting where everyone uses these expressions. It keeps things moving and helps everyone stay focused on the task at hand. It's like a shared language that helps international teams work together smoothly. Now, let's explore another useful phrase, touch base. When you touch base with someone, you're essentially making a quick connection. It's like a brief check-in to exchange information or reconnect. Think of it as a friendly pit stop in the busy world of business. This phrase actually comes from baseball. In the game, runners need to touch each base quickly to score a run. Similarly, touching base in business is a quick way to stay connected and keep things moving forward.
For us, it's a good way to touch base.
Let's listen in on the marketing team discussion.
All right, team, we've got a lot to cover today. First up, the video script for the upcoming campaign. Bob, how's it coming along?
The script is almost complete, Alice. I just need to finalize the ending section.
Great! While Bob wraps that up, David, can you give us a quick update on the animation assets we'll need for the video?
Sure, Carol. Most of the assets are already in progress, but I might need to touch base with the animator about a specific scene.
As you can see, touch base is a casual way to schedule a quick check-in or conversation. So let's see if you understand the idea of touch base. Here are some questions. First, you're working on a group project with a teammate. The presentation is due next week, but you haven't heard from them in a few days. So, should you touch base with your teammate? A. Yes, it's a good idea to check in and see if they need help or have any updates. B. No, it's best to wait and see if they reach out to you. Here is a second scenario. You recently interviewed for a new job and received a positive initial response from the hiring manager. They mentioned they'd be in touch within a week, but it's been a few days past that time frame. Should you touch base with the hiring manager? A. Yes, a polite follow-up email can show your continued interest. B. No, it's best to give them more time and avoid appearing impatient. The best answer for both scenarios is A. Yes. Touch base is a great way to politely reconnect with someone, especially when you're working on a project together or waiting for an update. It shows your initiative and keeps the communication flowing. You can say, "Hey Charlie, could we touch base about what the campaign's performance metrics are? Do you have the latest numbers?" Remember, touch base is a handy phrase to keep in your communication toolbox whenever you need to reconnect with a colleague for a quick update or conversation. Now, let's explore another essential phrase, on the same page. This simply means everyone working on a digital marketing campaign understands the goals, the approach we'll take, and what's expected of them. Imagine creating a website together. If everyone's on the same page, they all know the target audience, goal, the website's design, approach, and their individual tasks, expectations. This way, the website gets built smoothly and achieves its goals. Let's hear how the marketing team uses the expression on the same page.
Okay, team, let's review the final video script. Bob, can you walk us through the key points?
Sure thing. In the opening scene, we'll introduce the problem our product solves, followed by
Wait, hold on. Before we go any further, I think it's important to make sure we're all on the same page about the target audience for this video. Are we focusing on millennials or a more tech-savvy demographic?
Good point, Carol. I was basing the visuals on a younger audience, but maybe we should discuss that further.
Absolutely. Let's take a step back and clarify the target audience. Once we're all on the same page, Bob can resume the script walkthrough.
As you can see in this scenario, on the same page is crucial for ensuring everyone is aligned and working towards the same goals. Being on the same page is like having a clear plan for your website. Everyone knows what they need to do, that is their tasks, to reach the same goal, influence the target audience. So, if you are working on a team and you are not sure everyone understands the goals, ask a question to identify any areas where team members might have different perspectives. Use on the same page expression proactively and work together to reach a shared understanding. Let's check in. Are you feeling confident with these explanations? Leave a comment below and share. If you have ever used any of these expressions in your work, how'd it go? And which phrase do you find most useful? Why? Here is a practice tip. You can try recording yourself repeating the conversations in the dialogue until they sound natural to you. Then you will find the words come more easily when you are working with others. Now, let's look into another helpful phrase, low-hanging fruit. This term refers to easy tasks that can be completed quickly and with minimal effort. Imagine a fruit tree. The ripest, juiciest fruit typically hangs low on the branches, making it easy to pick. Similarly, low-hanging fruit represents tasks that are readily achievable and require less time or resources. Those are tasks you may want to do first. How does our enthusiastic marketing team use this expression? Let's listen.
All right, team, we've identified the target audience and ironed out the script. What are some low-hanging fruit tasks we can tackle to get the ball rolling on this video project?
Great question. We can easily finalize the presentation slides based on the script. That shouldn't take long.
And I can start gathering stock footage and royalty-free music while David begins working on the initial storyboards.
By identifying and completing the low-hanging fruit tasks first, the team gains momentum and avoids getting bogged down in more complex aspects of the project. Here's a short quiz. Imagine you're starting a new social media campaign. Which tasks would be considered low-hanging fruit to get things started quickly? A. Brainstorming creative content ideas. B. Scheduling posts across multiple platforms. C. Identifying relevant hashtags and keywords. Among these three choices, the best answer is B. Scheduling posts across multiple platforms. This is a relatively straightforward task that can be done in advance, freeing up time for more strategic brainstorming later. Focusing on low-hanging fruit first helps you make quick progress and gives you a sense of accomplishment. It's a great way to build momentum and keep your project on track. Now let's explore a phrase that encourages creative problem-solving and is frequently used. Think outside the box. This means coming up with new and different ideas to solve a problem. It's like not being stuck in a box, but thinking outside of it to be more creative. It encourages creative brainstorming and innovative solutions. The phrase uses a metaphor of a box. Thinking inside the box implies staying within established limitations. However, thinking outside the box encourages you to break free from those limitations and come up with fresh ideas. Let's hear how our marketing team communicators use this expression in a natural way to encourage creativity.
All right, team, we've made some good progress on the video script. Now let's brainstorm some creative ways to promote the video once it's finished. We need to think outside the box to stand out from the competition.
Maybe we could partner with a relevant influencer to reach a wider audience?
Interesting idea! We could also explore interactive elements within the video itself, like quizzes or polls, to keep viewers engaged.
And what about creating a social media challenge inspired by the video?
The marketing team members are definitely coming up with creative ideas. Here is a personal challenge for you. Imagine you're tasked with designing a new logo for your company. How can you think outside the box to create a unique and memorable logo? A. Use a standard font and color scheme. B. Experiment with unexpected shapes and symbols. C. Copy a logo from a competitor. The best answer is B. Experiment with unexpected shapes and symbols. Thinking outside the box encourages you to break away from the norm and explore new design possibilities. The next time you face a challenge, remember to think outside the box. Thinking outside the box is all about fresh ideas and innovative solutions. We've talked about how it can be applied in digital marketing, but what about you? Challenge time. Tell us in the comments below. What's the most creative, think outside the box idea you've ever had at work, related to digital marketing or not? How did you approach the situation differently? What was the result? Let's inspire each other with our unique ways of problem solving. Thinking outside the box can lead to some truly innovative solutions.
Sometimes you have to think outside the box.
I think it's time we started to think outside the box.
Make sure you watch the next video where we will continue our focus on digital marketers and improving their business English fluency, labeled How to Stop Sounding Like a Newbie. 10 idioms to elevate your digital marketing communication, Part 2. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe so you get notified of videos to upscale your business English.